Where are you from?
I'm from Fayette County, really the south side, Fayette County, but I spent a lot of time around Union City, Old National, so kind of claim Fulton and Fayette.
What was life like growing up in Fayette County?
I was outside a lot, always trying to make some money, you feel me? I'd always be selling stuff like candy or just like trying to have a come up of some kind, if it came to like shoveling snow on cold winters or just like raking leaves, I'll just always be trying to do something to get some money or be outside trying to learn some skills, you feel me?
And what made you want to like make money at such an early age?
My dad, because I'm gonna be real, I wanted to be a priest, to be honest. When I started, then he was like, there ain't no money in being a priest. And I thought about it, I was like, you know what? I wanted to do business, because like I always wanted to be my own CEO, you feel me, manage myself. And I was always good with finances and just counting money. I was kind of like naturally drawn. I saw that man doing his business and I was like, bro, I could do that. And I was doing it, you feel me? Every time I would find a hustle, I saw how well it stuck. And I just like, I took it, ran off of it until I found the next thing, ran off of it, you feel me? It was just all about trying to manage it up.
Yeah.
Manage it, but.
What was your first hustle?
Selling candy.
Oh, the candy?
Yeah, it was selling candy. Like to all the neighborhood kids, they would come to my house at like 6 a.m. before school or just on the earliest fuck on the weekends, buy candy. I'd have all my friends at the house sometimes, just trapping the candy out. I'll come to the point where parents will pull up on my driveway talking about, my kid can't buy candy from you anymore, because I don't know why. They would just keep coming. They'll keep coming to the point where it became a problem. They'll be like skipping out on family time and stuff, and then I'll be giving out deals too, so they just sort of like coming back and back, and if I really fuck with that person, I give them like a little extra more. So, but then there was one incident where I had confronted someone about stealing candy from me. So it was after that I confronted them is when their parents came up like yelling at me and my sister, and mind you, I'm probably like 8 or 10 at the time, and he's over there yelling from his truck talking about my kids can't buy any more candy. And I'm just over there scratching my head. I'm like, well, they stole from me, so it's like, I don't know what they expected. But, I kind of had learned that from that point, it was just like, folks are going to be weird. Weird about business and all of that. But, that's what to be expected.
Do you come from a creative family?
Yeah, actually. Before my dad got into medical in school, he actually used to be a Nigerian rapper. He used to rap in clubs. He rapped for me like one time in a different language. I couldn't understand it, but I was like, sounded fire. My mom, she actually was a nurse, but a whole bunch of her side of the family actually have more artists. Like my older cousin, she's a singer in the Bahamas. She's a famously known singer over there. If I could remember what she goes by, I would be able to say it. I'm not trying to put a government name out there either, but basically a little bit of on both sides.
Yeah.
I mean, I just got influenced just from what I would hear my parents listening to coming up. And so, hearing Lil Wayne and who was his name? Ace Hood. That's what really got me into freestyling a lot. I was in 4th grade. I think that's when I first started freestyling. And that's when I just kind of learned. I was like, okay, I'm kind of good at this, but I was too shy to keep doing it. I'd only do that joke for jokes up until I got to high school. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So were your parents also like playing Nigerian music too, or was it just rap, like American rap?
Shoot, my mom from the Bahamas, but she was usually listening to like gangster rap and R&B. She would only turn on gangster rap and R&B. My dad, his ass listened to Chris Brown. You feel me? That man like Chris Brown. That's his favorite artist, and like people like that. So it was always awkward. But I went to a lot of Nigerian events. You feel me, for family reunions, and the Afro beats would stick to me. That stick. I ain't listen to them outside of that, but now I do, because it's just kind of like a nostalgic feeling when I do listen to like Afro beats or Caribbean music, because I grew up around it. Yeah. You feel me?
At what point did you say to yourself, like, I want to make music professionally?
I was in 11th grade. It's funny because it was my two partners I be with, Four Strode and Stars. Them the ones that really started, like got me into doing it. It was way back then. We were listening to this artist named Corbin a lot, and I was like, man, I really want to learn how to sing, but in a way where it sounds like different, like a type of grunge mix of R&B type of style of singing. So then I used to just experiment. I always could rap, but I just like singing more. But you know, I just felt like rapping was easier to do. You feel me? But I really felt like I could express myself just through trying to experiment with shit.
Yeah.
The songs I made, they're like, I'm not gonna say they're good. They're just like something that caught attention because I would be doing something different, and then I'd pour out emotions on that shit. You feel me? I did that shit because it made me feel better at the time. You feel me? When you're going through a bunch of shit and you're just trying to find a way to just escape and release emotions, they kind of paved the way for me to find something to just like channel all that trauma through. You feel me?
Yeah.
Which was music at the time. That shit goddamn helped my ass a lot. So it's like salute to them niggas. For real.
And so what was the name of the first song that you dropped? Can you remember?
My Life. It was My Life, and that junk was circling throughout the school. And that junk was circling throughout the school. It was recorded on a poor ass mic. Somehow, like, people fuck with it. I fucked with it. Cause, you know, I was just singing like Corbin, and I was just talking about shit that was deep. To the point, people would be like, some random people in my school would walk up to me and be like, damn, you made that song My Life. And that's what really made me want to keep on doing it. I was like, well, shit, if that catches on, and people are actually waiting for me to drop another song, I might as well.
Yeah.
And it was just cool from there. And then, you know, a lot of my cover photos, I like to be in the woods and post up. Like, I think I posted up with a guitar in my hand in the middle of the woods on some dude's private property. It was funny because when we were taking that photo, the nigga actually came, talking to me and my partner. It was like he almost shot us because we were on his property. He thought we were like trespassers. We were trespassing, but he thought we were like trying to take his horses or some shit. But we were really searching for mushrooms and taking pictures. You feel me? It was on some, just some dumb hipster nigga shit.
Yeah.
But it was cool. Cool as hell.
And so, how does your family feel about your creative career?
They
I
always
know that your mother and father are in the medical field.
They always supported it, bro. They always supported it. That's one thing about them. Like, they want me to be on the right path, and I am. You feel me? They always want the best, but they also don't want me to like stray away from what I truly want to do. I went to school for finance and business because ultimately this shit is going to lead back to me venturing into business. At the end of the day, doing what I want to do. So it's like, and then they understand what I'm trying to do for people. They understand how I network and how I work. They know I'm really reasonable with my priorities. So like, as long as I got my life going straight, doing what I'm supposed to do, you feel me? It's all love at the end of the day.
What is like one of the biggest challenges that you face in your music career so far?
Maybe staying consistent, because you know I'll be going through life. I'll be having to do stuff like take pauses. Traumatic events happen, things happen. It don't slow me down, but it's just like I'll continue to make stuff, but dropping stuff and you know just putting stuff out is where it comes to a halt. Because I'm a perfectionist at the same time. Nowadays I'll be dropping stuff if I feel like I've held on to it too long. You know, and I'm trying to get out of the mood because I'll have a whole bunch of people telling me I need to drop that, I need to drop that. But I'll be like, man, I don't feel like the quality sounds good enough. It sounds cool, yeah, what I might be saying on the track sounds cool, you know, the beat might be fire, but you know, I'm really in the process of learning how to mix and master and produce all that shit so it doesn't sound like something that is there but not quite there, you feel me?
Yeah.
All the way there yet. But other than that, it's just like, I kind of just let the creative come to me naturally. I hold it, I do what I have to do. Yeah. But it's just whenever I want to share it, that's the thing. Yeah. I have to take a lot of time to think about that, or I get lost track trying to venture into other shit that I'm doing, you feel me? It's like I need a balance of how to balance the music with the videos, with the networking, with everything else I got going on.
Yeah.
You know,
What's been the most memorable moment in your career so far?
man, either Laugh Now, Cry Later, hosting that show of 678 Cam. That was crazy. I didn't expect that to come out like that, even though I did. But I didn't expect them people to get turned like that, especially when RSG showed up. You know, shout out to Blanca, shout out to K McGee. They really had that shit bumping. And then shout out to King Roscoe, who also popped out. People that came to see him, he had that shit bumping too, bro. Another thing I was stoked about is when I saw Glock 40 Spaz had used my footage at his first show. You feel me? I don't know how the hell. That nigga actually grabbed my phone. He had jumped in the goddamn crowd and grabbed my phone too. I was like, God damn. And I saw it posted up on his page, and I think he used it for some edit. Same thing with Big Smoke Chapo, but you know, that was that. And another thing was, I think running into Baron Boss at the studio, bro, it was unexpected as hell, but it happened. You know, I'm glad I was able to get him in the shoot. You know. It's just been a lot of moments where it's just like opportunities present themselves, and it's just, I don't know if it's bigger than the last or just up there where it's supposed to be. All I just know is I'm thankful for them all, to be honest. But as long as my partners are with me, I make sure to include any moment that I have that I'm proud of, that at least one of my partners are there to be there, because I'm not doing this shit by myself, you feel me? I need help. And them the ones that really help me, and them the ones that really get me through this shit that is life. So anything that I'm proud of, it's because that nigga Cam or Astro or Stars gave me the inspiration, the push I needed when I was like down on my dick, not on shit, to keep out doing this shit. They was telling me to keep doing this shit because other niggas be like asking where the content's at. So I guess that's really a proud moment, to the point where you have people asking me where the content is, and the point where you have people that want to collab and just do more shit, spread and expand, you know. That's where I find the blessing in.
In addition to making music, you also are the owner of the Never Too Much Entertainment media platform. Can you talk a little bit about the inspiration for that?
I actually just always wanted to promote other artists as well as myself, but you know, here's the thing, whenever people send me a SoundCloud link, you know, when most people get a SoundCloud link, they're not gonna listen to it. I'm gonna listen to it. If a nigga sends me a SoundCloud link, I'm gonna listen to it no matter what, just to see if it sounds fire. Cause if it's fire, I'm gonna add it to my playlist and I'm gonna be playing that shit. So then that's where I find it. Like, I want people to listen to my music, I'm gonna listen to their music. And then it's just the fact that there's hella slept-on artists out here, you feel me, that put on hella work, and they deserve to have their spotlight. People deserve to have their stories told, and they really need that shit. And you feel me? I ain't gonna fuck around and charge a nigga to do what they supposed to be doing, you feel me? Them niggas gotta get their ass out there, like really show them this is their chance to like talk about what you doing, talk about what you got coming out, talk about what you went through, how your life was, just to know, just so people can see like, hey, they regular, but they not regular at the same time. Like, hey, they go through shit too, they live the life, but they're also handling their business, you know, doing what they're supposed to do. That's why I like that shit. And at the point of it, like on another aspect, it's like, it's all hard, you feel me? What they portray is hard. What I hear, what they make is hard. So I want that shit to be out there. I want that shit to be set in stone, you know. And at one point, I definitely want to create a label of my own, starting from a collective, to a point where I can give these artists like a type of freedom to do what they need to do. You feel me? I'm not trying to be no type of person getting niggas wrapped up in 360s, or some person that's only gonna promote them to a certain spot, dump them once their flame dies out. I want them to actually be like, use whatever art to get them to where they want to be, and then they can branch off to whatever the fuck they really want to do, whatever their true passion is, you know? Because it's more than just music. This is for like the painters, for the people that make clothes, for the people that just do spiritual shit, you know, for the people that have any type of artistic ability that is out there. That's how I see it. For real.
And so, what's your ultimate aspiration with the media business?
Really, I'm just trying to get as much people as I can to get the word out there to the point where I interview someone, and that one interview will get them like noticed by their own. You feel me? Get like a fan base, give them a fan base of their own. I really want it to be big enough to where like people kind of just see that shit, be like, alright, I'm gonna go check him out, or like, alright, I'm gonna go look at his story, or like, alright, what's his discography like?
Yeah.
Basically, I want it to be to where other media giants look at that page and be like, just kind of search through who catches their eye. Even though everyone's gonna be eye catching to someone, at least they have a chance to get recognized by someone out there, you know.
What does the ideal creative life look like to Blaze?
To look like to me, stress-free. Stress-free, bruh. That's how, as long as you're having fun with it, bruh. As long as you could either have fun or express yourself through it, something that kind of just takes the edge off or just makes you feel like you're comfortable in your own skin. You don't gotta force it. You don't gotta be someone you're not. You're just doing what you like to do, and whoever's involved is with you, you know?
Is it difficult to be an artist while running your own media company?
Nah, it's just a matter of fact of just balancing what you want to do one day. You might record and edit videos the same day. It's really just, I really try, like for me, I do want to separate my art from the media because that's its own thing right there that I started a long time before the media. But you feel me? I'll bring up the art if someone asks about it or if I just have something that I'm really excited about. But the media is something that I'm putting like time into to build for real.
Yeah.
That I feel like that's important because I'm trying to do that for the people. So like while I do want to promote myself, that's cool and all, but the aspect of never too much entertainment, that's where most of my focus is on. That's what I really want to build up and like put out there. But I'm still gonna be on the music shit because like the music shit is shit I do because it helps me, you feel me, keeps my mental in a good place. It keeps me like wanting to keep going day by day, doing what I'm supposed to do. Keeps me out the gutter, keeps me out of places I'm not supposed to be, you know?
For someone watching this who aspires to do what you do, what advice would you have for them?
Just if you could get past the part of being anxious, know how to talk to people, just be cool, you know, be yourself. Don't try to harass people. Don't harass people, you know. Don't act like you're better than anyone else. You feel me? Like everybody comes from somewhere. Anyone could get humbled at any time in life. Like any time in life. I swear to God, and it'll hit your ass. I feel like if you just play your cards right and then mind your business while trying to keep them goals in front of you, then it'll be right, you know. Don't overthink what you got to do next. Don't overstress. You just do it for real. Try to keep up. Don't try to disappoint people. And if you are going to disappoint them, at least let them know before. Don't try to blindside folks or none of that. You know, keep stuff strictly business, but you know, just because you're keeping stuff business does not mean you got to be strict about it. Does not mean you got to be an asshole too. Like it's cool to be on good terms with people and still have a business mindset. You feel me? That's what builds relations. Show people that you cool. They might be cool back. Some people might not be cool back, but hey, you win some, you lose some. If you know how to move, you know how to act, then you're always gonna be safe. You feel me? It is what it is. Matter of fact, as long as you're having fun, if you feel like what you're doing feels right, then that's all that matters, to be honest.